Hello, hello, it's Carrie with Lamia Fox Jewelry and Art. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been watching the series, then you'll know that in the last video that we did, I showed you a little bit of magic by taking a little bit of Tim Holtz Clear Rock Candy Distress Paint and putting it on this book. I wanted to show you guys, this is what we have so far, and you can see right here, I hope you can see it. I'm trying to make it so that you can see it, but right here on the corners, it's just really nice. And one of the best things about using the Crackle Distress Crackle Medium is being able to get these, these little it makes it feel really antique, and getting this real pretty little crackly sheen on here. It seals everything in. On the cover of the other book that I did, I have a little collage kind of right in the middle, and I do want to put a little collage right here. I have some burlap, and I like to use some burlap. The other thing is that I have charms that are used in making jewelry, and that's what I used on the cover of my other one. And I kind of want to use this one. Wouldn't that look cool on there? And I am going to be putting some collage-y stuff. I'm going to grab a little piece of this. Okay. So I want some of this. We'll grungy that up. I'm going to grab me some of this. Okay. I've got a few pieces of other fabric that I've been working with. I kind of want to use some of that. I'm going to grab a piece of this. Alrighty, so I've got some of these pieces, and I want to take and distress this up. Gotta figure out what to do with this. I'm going to set that aside. I've got this little piece of burlap. So I've got this piece, and we're talking about putting this on. Maybe a piece of lace. I don't know, just to try it out. Let's look. Let's see. This is kind of my processy here, So that's the other thing we've got to figure out is okay, we're going to be putting a button on here. So a button brad down on here, somewhere around here. And so what color do we want to use? We could do a brown. We have we have these guys. So I'm kind of thinking a kind of a light brown, kind of a medium brown. I don't know, that doesn't give you a lot of, doesn't give you as much contrast as this right here. Okay, so let's work with what we've got. I'm going to, I think I want to do that one. Okay, and I'm going to pop these guys back up here. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to distress these guys, this one up. I'm going to distress this. So for time's sake, I've decided to just fast forward through this process. I was tempted to take it out, but I thought that you guys should see kind of my process in deciding what I'm going to do on a page. It's not always clear cut. I don't always know 100% what I want to do, and you can see I'm twiddling my fingers, not knowing for sure what I should be doing. And I did distress ink these guys up, but then after thinking about it, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do the whole process like I did on the front cover, and so I didn't think that the fabric was going to work with the continuity of this project. So I decided to, you know, try to work with the lace and the green stuff. I really thought that I would use the little pieces of green, but then I ended up actually deciding to look at the little piece of a scarf that I've been using in my projects, and I kind of liked that better. And then eventually I even decided that I had a different piece of lace that I wanted to use. This is my process. I usually have a lot of stuff kind of around, and I try to look around sometimes when I'm at a loss, and when things aren't, you know, looking the way that I feel like I want them to look. I'll just kind of look around and see if there's something else that I can think of. I really like to be able to just add a little bit of fun and a little bit of I don't know, just being fun with it and trying to find what works best for each of my projects. I'm liking that. I'm kind of liking that. So we'll just kind of set these guys aside. We're not using them. I'm going to go ahead and kind of sew and do some things and be right back so that you guys can see before I put this down what it's gonna look like. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've just done a little bit. Let's do a little trim. I've done a little bit of sewing around that, and I think that that looks good. I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down. So I'm gonna put this, I wanna put this down. Just gonna look at it. Right, like this right here onto there. I would use some brads to put this on. But I want to glue this down first. I'm going to go ahead and use my Fabri-Tac to put this down. And I'm making sure to get all the way around all of the edges, because burlap has a tendency of fraying, but when you secure it with the Fabri-Tac, it definitely makes it stay and it's not going anywhere. We'll take this off. I'm going to fast forward a little bit through this process. I'm such a nut. I decided right after gluing this down that I wanted to grunge it up, and so I did a little bit of the distress ink, and then I did end up spraying it with the water, which is totally fine since this is pretty much waterproof because of the finish that we've put on it. So I'm just a nut. So I probably should have done that before I started putting it down, but I'm okay with that. After making sure that my lace was exactly the color that I wanted it, I went ahead and glued it down and made sure to kind of ruche up this little piece right here and just make sure that everything was secure. We'll go ahead and poke some holes. I like to really make sure that when I put this piece on that it will be secure in there, so I put it all the way through the whole cover. I think we got that. We're gonna need this in just a minute. After poking my holes, I went ahead and found some brads that I thought I would be able to use. So I have these guys or these guys. I think I want to use these guys right here. Yeah, so go ahead and pop these guys in. And I'm just gonna put it all the way through and all the way through, and then I'll turn it around and pop those guys down. Okay. And we're gonna take off that little piece. I'm liking it. What do you guys think? So for this part, I need to find the center of the front cover because I'm going to go ahead and put in my button brad so that we can prepare this cover for the closure. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through that process because that's just me doing my math. I'm pretty slow sometimes. Math was never a strong point for me. This is the halfway mark. What I like to do is once I've got that hole in, before I put in the piece that's going to go in there, so I like to kind of line these guys up, okay? And then I'm going to pop my thing through there, and I'm going to kind of mark right there so that I get kind of an idea. I can see, okay, that's about where I'm going to want to put my hole. Here's the deal. I need to put my closure, this piece. I need to put this piece. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I want to set an eyelet, but I don't want to set the eyelet until after I've put my back piece of paper on here, which won't happen until after I've put my pages in. So I'm going to set this piece now, and I think that brown is really good. It goes really well with this piece that we have here. And so I'm going to go ahead and set this button brad. And I'm going to set the brad so that it's out just a little bit. I hope that you can see there's a space there, because when I put my my closure on here, when I put that in, make that hole. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and make the hole. I just won't set anything yet. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm going to make the hole but I'm not gonna set anything yet. Just so that I can know where it's gonna be. So that's where it's gonna be, right there. Okay, so now I think that that's gonna be what we're gonna do for today. This is what we've got. And so what I want to work on next is the pages that we're going to put in here, putting together the signatures. It should be easy to put this together. I hope, to put the pages together. So, yeah. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I'm pretty excited about how this is turning out. And let me know in the comments below what you think. Thanks. I'll see you later. Bye.